Good evening. Boris Johnson is to try again to force a general election on December the 12th after he failed to secure the backing of enough MPs tonight. Downing Street will now table a new, different type of motion, which will need a majority of just one to pass. Number 10 hopes this will win the support of the Lib Dems and the SNP. Here's our Westminster correspondent, David Porter.
The ayes to the right, 299. The noes to the left, 70.
He's tried 3 times and failed 3 times to get an election at the time of his choosing.
The ayes to the right, 299. To the noes to the left, 70. So the ayes have it, the ayes have it.
Tonight, although he won this vote, Boris Johnson was unable to get the majority he needed.
So later on this evening, the government will give notice of presentation for a short bill for an election on the 12th of December so that we can finally get Brexit done.
The Prime Minister's opponents are hedging their bets and choosing their words carefully.
The Prime Minister, if he is going to bring forward a bill, must give an absolute cast-iron assurance that up until the passage of that bill and the rising of Parliament, that there will be no attempt to bring forward the withdrawal agreement bill. And of course the SNP will do its job and scrutinise any bill that comes forward.
I understand a bill will be tabled tomorrow. We will obviously look and scrutinise that bill, and we look forward to a clear, definitive decision that no deal is absolutely off the table.
Earlier in the debate, this from the Liberal Democrat leader.
We believe the best way to do this is to put a specific Brexit deal to the public for a final say in a people's vote.
Under what's being proposed, the Prime Minister now only needs a simple majority to get his early election. Tonight, Westminster is on election footing. Brexit will be delayed, but nothing can be taken for granted. There is very little trust between the parties. David Porter, reporting Scotland, Westminster.
A woman has been charged over a suspected security breach at the Crown Office evidence store in Aberdeen. It comes after BBC Scotland revealed that a worker had been suspended. Police Scotland later said a woman had been charged in connection with the alleged theft of items from the Procurator Fiscal's office. The Crown Office said the way evidence is stored is the subject of ongoing review. Cosmetic surgery patients are not always protected when things go wrong because of a legal loophole. BBC Scotland's disclosure programme found that some people have been left permanently scarred and unable to get compensation, and that the NHS has been left to deal with the complications. Our correspondent Lucy Adams has been to meet one woman who had to have 3 further operations to correct a nose job which went wrong.
So how was your holiday?
Catherine works as a hairdresser in Thornton in Fife. In 2010, she decided to get surgery to reshape her nose. What followed was 4 operations, none of which gave her the results she wanted. By the end of the process, she had to visit a specialist in London to repair the damage.
They said that my nose was like someone had been in a bad car crash. And then it had to rebuild it using part of my ribs, and they also used some liquid from my scalp to rebuild the nose.
This is the surgeon who performed the first 4 operations, Italian Antonio Ottaviani. Catherine booked him through this UK company, Transform. Catherine chose to get her operation done in the UK because she thought it would be much safer. What she didn't know was that her surgeon was what's come to be known as fly-in, fly-out. Transform told the BBC Catherine's care was not what they would expect, and that they had funded her revision surgeries and expenses. Mr. Ottaviani said he couldn't comment on individual cases and insisted he'd been available to Catherine when asked by Transform. Mr. Ottaviani still owes Catherine compensation he agreed to pay. So I wanted to ask him why he hadn't done what he said he would.
Mr. Ottaviani, wanted to know why you haven't paid Catherine Rowan, Mr. Ottaviani. Why haven't you paid Catherine Rowan? I just want to ask that. Would you apologise to her now? Catherine Rowan, your patient, wants to know why you haven't apologised.
I don't want to speak with you.
Or whether your aftercare was good enough, Mr. Ottaviani.
He's just walked away and just continuing doing other people's operations. Quite the thing, like he's done nothing wrong.
Lucy Adams, reporting Scotland.
And disclosure when cosmetic surgery goes wrong is available now on the BBC iPlayer. A call is being made for a full review of Highland Council's version of the controversial named person scheme. It comes after national legislation designed to roll out the policy across Scotland was scrapped following a successful legal challenge and mounting opposition at Holyrood. Opponents labelled it a Big Brother-style snooper's charter, and the Supreme Court ruled the information sharing involved breached the European Convention on Human Rights. Highland Council says it is currently considering what changes it needs to make. Smaller businesses want to have a say in how the planned deposit return scheme will work to make sure they're not disadvantaged. Shoppers will pay an extra 20p when they buy drinks in cans or bottles and get money back when they recycle them. The Scottish Government says it's keen to help businesses prepare for the move. And now Christopher Blanchette's here with the weather.
Thanks very much indeed, Laura. Good evening to you. Well, another cold and frosty night with clear skies. One or two showers around coming in on a moderate north-northeast breeze, and one or two first thing tomorrow. But much of the country starting the day like this morning, dry, sunny and frosty. You'll notice though one or two showers just drifting through the central belt, so if you're unlucky you might catch one. Temperatures though for central and southern parts not far off freezing. Further north a little bit milder, but a greater chance of catching one or two of those showers coming in on the north-northeast breeze. Through the course of the day tomorrow, the showers tend to fizzle away and then it's largely dry, some spells of sunshine, but once again a cool feel for the time of year. Across the UK as a whole, a similar picture through Northern Ireland, north of England, the Midlands and Wales, but look to the southwest, cloudy and outbreaks of rain just drifting in towards Devon and Cornwall and across the Channel Islands. Temperature-wise for us, very similar to today actually. We're looking at afternoon highs around 7 to 11 Celsius. North to south. Now, the settled weather, all thanks to high pressure, but as we head through to this time tomorrow night, it starts to slip away. And that means the weather front in the southwest will start to edge in. So here's Wednesday. Once again, largely dry, sunny and frosty at first, but the cloud and rain in the southwest is just creeping a little further north. Won't bother us on Wednesday, but a different story on Thursday. Temperature-wise, midweek, 9 to 12 Celsius, north to south. Thursday, there's the cloud, there's the rain, in it comes. Still fairly light, still fairly patchy, and certainly the further north and northeast that you are staying largely dry, but gone are those sunny skies. Temperatures similar, 9 to 13 Celsius, north to south across the board. That's the forecast for now.
OK, thank you, Christopher. And that is Reporting Scotland. Our next update is during breakfast at 6:25 tomorrow morning. But from everyone on the Lake team here in Glasgow and around the country, do have a very good evening. Good night.